Alright, so I ended the video last night, not really finishing it, but we got the rest of the beans picked with the M2, and we got this truck loaded. It is full. Let's see if I can climb up here. Beans. It's full. So, gonna haul this into town. Got the truck warming up. Cool fall morning. Building air pressure. I hear the buzzers go off, so air pressure is built. But I got my little mount right there, so you guys will be able to see me drive a little bit. I'll get you down the farmway, and then probably once we get to the elevator, going across the scale and stuff. So, hope you guys enjoy this one. First trip to the grain elevator with the new Fleetstar. Alright, take it nice and slow down the farm lane. Taking off in underdrive for farm lanes. I'm already up to third gear underdrive. Underdrive's so low in gears, it doesn't really matter. It'll take off. You can see the corn's about ready. We're planning on picking some more beans this afternoon. It's kind of wet this morning. Real heavy dew, fog. It was such a heavy dew that the rain was dripping off of the roof, or the water was dripping off the roof from the fog and dew condensing so much. So it'll be a little while before anything's ready to pick. But got one load. I know harvest is starting off pretty slow. We'll get into it, get it knocked out, get you guys a bunch of video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video that I'm posting today. That was harvest. Day 1, then it rained, then day 2, then day 3. I broke the head a couple of times on the combine. But we got the M2 going now, and I'm going to see if I can fix the L2 while my brother's out picking with the M2. Hopefully we can get both combines back going. Even if not, the L2 is running fine. It'll be good for corn. Just the head. We don't really have a third good head. We have 2 that were good. One of them's obviously getting pretty wore out. Stuff is starting to break on it. And it's not things that you just call up your auto parts store and order. It's brackets that were made in 1980, so I'm sure I can find one somewhere. Need the bearings for it, the bracket. But the head's just getting so old and worn out, the wobble box is starting to wear out. But I will bring you guys back if anything interesting happens. So I'm going to pull up on the road in underdrive. Then once I'm on the road, I'm going to put it in regular drive. There's just a little hill here. Make sure we get up on some flat ground before putting it in drive. Didn't double clutch it. It'll grind a little bit if you don't. Alright, so now, let's see, drive back into second. Alright, now we're in drive second. We're probably going to go all the way to town and drive. Like I say, you're gonna hear me grind a gear or two. I'm not an expert at this, but I'll get there and I'll get back. Yeah, we're gonna go and drive. Probably hit drive 5th gear, which is about 40 miles an hour. We're gonna be taking back roads the whole way, so won't be getting in any too big of a hurry with the old girl. Good truck, I don't want to push it too hard and break something. I'm sure I could grab overdrive and be flying at 55 miles an hour, but with a full load of beans, everything's old on it. While the brakes are really good, I don't really want to have to test them that much in case I gotta stop coming up on something. But I'll bring you back. Passing a lot of combines sitting on the end throws. That dude was real heavy. Nobody's out picking yet. And it's already noon. They were all out picking last night though. Everybody was picking till the dew set in. We were picking all the way up until the dew set in pretty heavy. We wanted to get a load. Moisture wasn't into the pods yet, so the beans were still dry, but the pods were getting a little damp, which means they weren't cracking out as good. My camera mount keeps moving. It's almost like this is a rough ride or something. Probably see it out in the field right there. We're coming up on a manure spreader, I believe. They're running the pipe. They run that pipe and then well, I guess that's just the pipe runner. He's running all that piping, and then they got pumps at the farms. They pump all the way out to the fields, spread the manure. We got a lot of dairy farms around here. I guess not a lot of dairy farms, just 2 or 3 really big dairy farms. But I don't know if you can see that pipe in the field over there. Almost missed a gear there. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this big mounds of grain. See all that yellow over there? That's all grain they're stacking up, putting bags over top of it until they can get it hauled out. But we're coming up on the elevator. I see a few semis, but the line doesn't look too long. Hopefully I can get in, get out. Camera won't stay still. Alright, well, we're going to shift back into underdrive for this, pulling up on the scales and everything. You don't really need much speed. Underdrive. Sure that mound is corn. Seems like mostly what they mound up, corn. They got a loaded truck and an unloaded truck scale here, so obviously we're gonna pull across the loaded first. sure we're center. So, got weighed across the scale. They said my card didn't work. First load of the year, I guess it got deactivated from last season. I assume this is the house I go to. I didn't ask. Oh, never mind. They're waving me up there. My bad. Went to the wrong place. Alright. I got unloaded. Like I said, I went to the wrong spot. Last time I was here, it was last year, but I unloaded inside of that building. So, just assume that's where we were going. Luckily, those guys were out there and waved me on. I mean, I wouldn't have unloaded without somebody verifying that's where I was supposed to be. Alright. Try to get lined up again. Didn't pull up far enough. I'm gonna assume a ticket means we're good to go. £18,400 empty. That's empty and low on fuel. I can definitely put more than 100 pounds worth of fuel in this thing, so. But I gotta run in, so I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, so we're here at Country Mark filling up. Already got 12 gallons in. It's gonna hold way more than that. Last time I filled it up was on the way home. I think I put $175 in it and it wasn't empty. It's about empty now. So, I got it home. On the way home, I thought the fuel pump gave out on me, but it was actually started leaking around the factory filter that's on the end of this line. So I just ran a line straight to it, to the carb, did an inline fuel filter, and bypassed the fuel pump for now. I'll look into that later. But right now, it's all going, everything's good. Kind of a cluster to get it back home after I unloaded, but we did it. And it ran good all the way to the gas station here. So let's make sure it runs good all the way home. And then we'll be hauling in another load probably tomorrow morning.